Good evening, Oakview DC friends. Miss Lorraine here with Storytime number 10. We're finally there. We got to Storytime number 10. And I'm sorry, it's been a little bit. It's been about 3 weeks since I uploaded a Storytime video. However, I did upload an incredible edible science video that was quite long. I realized afterwards it was like an hour a few days ago, so hopefully that will make up for the lack of story time. I've also just been really busy kind of wrapping things up for you guys for the end of the year. Fun Friday donut party we had, and trying to kind of just get things wrapped up for the end of the year, and now planning for summer. So there'll be more details coming soon about what exactly that may or may not look like. But for now, just so you know, there is going to be a DC program in the summer of some type. For right now, it will be distance learning, such as we've already been doing, but with a different type of curriculum for this summer, different themes. And whenever it's possible for us to return physically, we may do that. So looking forward to seeing you guys in person for sure. I've been missing a lot of you, well, all of you, very much. So moving on, I want to read the story to you guys today, and I feel like this story is kind of relevant because of our times right now. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now that are causing people a lot of really strong emotions. Some people are feeling very scared. Some people are feeling very angry. Some people are feeling very just stressed out, or feeling what's called anxiety, which is kind of like stress and worry combined. And some people are feeling a little sad, lonely. There's just a lot of different strong feelings a lot of people are having. And one of the biggest ones too, I feel, is a very strong emotion that's affecting a lot of us right now that maybe we don't always think of, is called, well, it's a feeling of uncertainty. Uncertainty can make us feel a lot of different ways, because it's basically just not knowing what's going to happen, not being sure about how things are going to go. And we just kind of really aren't right now. A lot of times we have to take things just day by day and wait till we hear what's happening. So that can cause adults as well as children uncertainty, which uncertainty can lead to other strong emotions that sometimes don't feel very good and are hard for us to deal with, and sometimes cause us to act out and express them in ways which are not very kind or very beneficial to other people around us. So today I'm going to read a story for you guys. This is a story I used to read to my oldest daughter, Maya, when she was little. I read this story a lot. My mother-in-law got this book for me to help her. When she was young, she had quite a temper, and she would get very, very angry sometimes. And to help her learn how to deal with her very strong emotions and cope with her anger, as well as to kind of help me calm her down and deal with it, my mother-in-law got me this book. It's called When Sophie Gets Angry. Really, really angry. And it's by Molly Bang. And as you can see, well, maybe you can see if I hold it up a little closer, it's been well loved. It's got some paint, a lot of wrinkles, so it's been read a lot. But that's because it's a really great book. It's pretty simple, but it's got a really great message. And I think that everyone, all the way from small children to adults, can really benefit from what it's telling you. Sophie was busy playing when, so Sophie's playing with Gorilla on the dump truck. Her sister grabbed Gorilla and said, "My turn." Don't sisters do that a lot? Sisters or brothers? They're good for that, huh? Grabbing your toys when you're playing with them, not asking. "No," said Sophie. "Yes," said her mother. "It is her turn now, Sophie." Sophie doesn't look like she feels very happy about that at all, does she? As her sister snatched Gorilla away, Sophie fell over the truck. Oh, how do you think Sophie's going to feel now about falling? When you're already kind of angry and then something happens and you get hurt physically, like you trip and fall, does that usually make you feel better or worse? Oh, is Sophie ever angry now? She's so mad her little braids are sticking out from side to side. And see, I love how this book uses color and really, I love the bright colors in drawings, but I like how it uses color to kind of represent the emotions that are happening. So you can see red, because she's very angry. The entire page is red in the background. She kicks, she screams, she wants to smash the world to smithereens. Smash. Wow. She looks like she's what, parents often call throwing a fit. And does it look like her poor cat is very happy about that? Or does he look a little scared? He's a little, I don't know what's going on over there. This is one of my favorite pages. She roars a red, red roar. Look at that. My daughter always loved this page too because it really represents how you can feel on the inside when you're very angry and when you just like scream because you're angry. It can feel like your scream comes out like a blast of fire or lava. Something, and it just destroys everything in its path. And in a way, sometimes it can if you're not careful. Sophie is a volcano ready to explode. Uh-oh. That sounds a little bit scary. You have to be very careful around a volcano, right? Volcanoes are extremely volatile and dangerous. And when Sophie gets angry, really, really angry. Uh-oh. Ba-bam! She runs. So she runs out her front door and slams it. She runs and runs and runs until she can't run anymore. So you can see Sophie is lucky in that she lives somewhere where it's safe for her to do that. She lives, it looks like, in a kind of forest or in an area that has a lot of land where she's able to run freely. So she runs out her front door and runs and runs and runs. Then, for a little while, she cries. Sometimes when you're really, really angry, one of the best things that can help you release that strong emotion is to just let yourself cry a little bit. You know, to cry it out. Doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl. Even men have to cry too, because sometimes they feel very strong emotions too, and you gotta find a way to release it that's safe and healthy to yourself as well as people around you. Now she sees the rocks, the trees, and ferns. She hears a bird. See, this is what I do. I love what Sophie is doing here to help herself. When I feel really, really angry or really, really upset, I do exactly what Sophie does. My first preference is always to get away from the situation and maybe not run, literally, but take a walk for sure. To go away and be outside in nature where I can, calm down, I can breathe fresh air, I can look and see trees. If it's nighttime, I see stars and the moon. If it's daytime, the sun and the birds. It's calming and soothing. She comes to the old beech tree. That's her favorite. She climbs, and look at that. That's a great tree for climbing too. If you have ever climbed a tree before, you know it needs to have a lot of strong, sturdy branches, but that are low enough to the ground that you can get on them, and it's not too hard to get up. Right? And she climbs up a little ways. She's pretty high for a little girl. She feels the breeze blow through her hair. She watches the water and the waves. So she's also very blessed in that she lives by the ocean. So she gets to see that beautiful view. And I can tell you, going to see the ocean would calm me like 100% of the time, every time. If I'm upset, if I live by the ocean, wow, that'd be a perfect cure every time. The wide world comforts her. I love that line too, because you can take comfort in the world around you. You just have to look and see what's there and take it and appreciate it for what it is and what it can do for you. How beautiful it is, how nature around you can help you feel calm and kind of put things into perspective, right? When you go and you see some nature and you see like the ocean for sure, but even if you live where we are and you can't see the ocean, you could see beautiful trees in the sky, you can see animals, maybe if you're near the river or the Folsom Lake, you can see those bodies of water, and it helps you kind of really think about these things have been here for a long time, and they will likely go on and be here for a long time further in the future, maybe long after our grandchildren are gone. And these things, they don't get angry, they're okay. They just kind of see things come and go, and they're still there. Sophie feels better now. She climbs back down. So she took some time to calm herself down. Now she's feeling better and heads for home. So she is really lucky because she lives, it looks like, in a very nice natural environment. Her home is kind of a little ways away down there. They have a pretty big property, it looks like. The house is warm and smells good. Everyone is glad she's home. And she says, I'm home. And look at, I love this picture too. Her whole family is just sitting around together, enjoying some really nice quality family time. They're doing some activities together. Notice there's no TV in their room either. Nobody's playing video games. They've got the sisters working on a puzzle. Dad's reading like a seed catalog. I don't know what Mom was doing before Sophie got there, but she's ready to embrace her and give her a big hug the minute she gets home. So it looks like they were all kind of waiting around to see when Sophie was ready to come back. They wanted to be there for her. Everything's back together again. And now that Sophie is here, their whole family is complete. They can do a really nice family activity together and complete their puzzle. And see, they did. But they couldn't do it without Sophie, so they had to wait for her to return. And because they love her, they were willing to wait. And Sophie isn't angry anymore. So, you know, she's painting a beautiful painting. It's much more calm, much more peaceful looking. And it's showing the beautiful nature around her house and her house with her 4 family members inside, including her, that makes her feel loved. So even though she did have a fight with her sister earlier and she was upset that her mom said she had to let her play with the gorilla, she's okay. She dealt with her emotions, she calmed herself down, and then she returned to the situation, and then she's okay now. She can put things into perspective. So that is why I love this book, When Sophie Gets Angry, really, really angry, because the illustrations are great, but more than that, the message is simple, but really important. It's good for little kids all the way up to elderly adults. We all feel angry sometimes, and we all have strong emotions of various kinds that we need help learning how to deal with sometimes. So you need help with it, take a walk, go outside. If you can, run a little bit. Take a look at the wider world around you, and it will help you put things into perspective. Realize that whatever it is right now that's bothering you right now, it too will pass, and things will be back together again. So I hope you enjoyed that story for our story time for today. And if you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you would like to get more of the videos or be notified when I make them, you can hit that notification bell. And if you are an Oakview friend or an Oakview DC friend supporter, then please consider subscribing to our channel. I hope to see you all in the next one, and take care, everybody. Be safe and stay happy and healthy together.